Have you ever wondered why, among more than 8 billion people on this planet, there is a small group that makes up only 0.3% of the world's population, yet has such a deep influence in economics, finance, science, technology, art, and even philosophy? Why do so many major corporations, big investors, scientists, inventors, and thinkers all carry the mark of Jewish influence? Is it because they're favored? Is it because they're lucky? Or is there something the Jewish people do very differently from the rest of the world? The answer lies in their mindset, their education, their culture, their way of thinking about money, and their life philosophy that has been forged over thousands of years. And today, we're going to peel back each layer, each principle that allows such a small nation to create such a big impact. The Jewish people have a saying, "The only asset no one can ever steal from you is your wisdom." In most cultures, children are taught to be obedient, to listen, to get good grades. But Jewish children are taught something else. Ask questions, challenge ideas, debate, find the answer yourself instead of waiting for someone to teach you. It's not go to school to get grades, it's study to understand, study to live. They see books as the soul, knowledge as a weapon, and understanding as real wealth. In that environment, wisdom becomes the foundation that creates economic power, not the other way around. They have a famous saying, "If you master knowledge, you won't have to chase money." This is where the Jewish people are completely different. They don't raise their children with overprotection. They raise them with responsibility. A 6-year-old child already knows how to take care of younger siblings, cook, clean the house, solve problems on their own, face difficulties. In a Jewish family, when something happens, parents don't ask, "Who did this?" They ask, "How do you plan to solve it?" They train their children to be independent as early as possible, because they believe a person who is self-reliant will not be dragged around by life. In many places, children are praised for being obedient. Among the Jewish people, children are praised for knowing how to reason for themselves. That's why they grow up with the ability to think independently, make decisions, take responsibility, lead instead of follow. This is the root that produces entrepreneurs, inventors, managers, and financial experts. In Jewish culture, money is not the ultimate goal. Money is the result. They teach their children, money is a tool for the wise and a trap for the ignorant. That's why Jewish people have 6 very powerful money mindsets. 1. Money shouldn't sit still, it has to grow. They are better at investing than spending. 2. Financial literacy is more important than income level. A person who makes $3,000 a month but understands investing will become wealthier than someone who makes $15,000 a month but only knows how to spend. 3. They are not afraid of risk. They are afraid of not understanding the risk. 4. They don't rely on a single source of income. They build systems of income. 5. They see business as serving others, not tricking customers. 6. They see money as energy. The more it's shared with the right people, the more it multiplies. This financial mindset makes them naturally suited for banking, investing, finance, the stock market, real estate, risk management. These are all fields that have a strong impact on the global economy. It's not by accident that Jewish people are good at business. Throughout history, they have had to migrate, trade, build networks, negotiate, survive on foreign lands. They were forced to become elite in commerce just to survive. Those harsh historical conditions trained them to have sharp minds, strong communication skills, negotiation skills, the ability to read people, and the mindset to restructure opportunities. When the world entered the age of globalization, those survival skills turned into a massive competitive advantage. The Jewish people also have a unique tradition. They learn through debate. In many cultures, arguing is seen as fighting. But for them, debating is the way to find the truth. Even a 5- or 6-year-old child can ask their parents extremely difficult questions. Why does the universe exist? Why do we have to believe this? If I do it differently, would it be better? They are taught, don't believe anything 100%, test it for yourself. This mindset produces scientists, philosophers, inventors, strategists, leaders, multinational entrepreneurs. The strength of the Jewish people is here. They don't just learn information, they learn how to think. Another secret lies in their unity. The Jewish people have a principle. One strong individual doesn't make a strong nation, but a strong nation creates countless strong individuals. They help each other, find jobs, share opportunities, support each other with capital, pass down knowledge, support entire family networks. In many places, people compete against one another. Among the Jewish people, they protect one another. This unity creates a success ecosystem where one generation lifts up the next. 1. Learn to ask questions. The more you question, the sharper your mind becomes. 2. Prioritize wisdom over possessions. 3. The earlier you become self-reliant, the faster you succeed. 4. Invest early. Invest consistently. 5. Take responsibility for your own life. 6. Read every day and read the right things. 7. Build a network. Don't walk alone. Just applying 2 or 3 of these principles is enough to change the direction of your life. What makes the Jewish people special is not their share of the world's population. It's their constant drive to learn, their ability to adapt, their discipline, their financial mindset, and their unity. That's not a secret. That's a way of life. If you want me to make the next part, 10 most famous wealth principles from Jewish thinking, leave a comment. I want part 2.